That's the pitch right there that I was worried about.
It would go in, it would go away, it would dip, it would rise.
Nobody wants to face that.
Hi, I'm Jake Peavy, 15-year Major League player.
Hey, what's up? I'm Carlos Pena.
Chris Young here, MLB Network.
I'm Sean Casey. I played 12 years in the big leagues.
Dan Plesac, 18-year career pitcher in the big leagues.
The nastiest pitcher I've ever seen is Pedro Martinez.
And I don't think anybody who watches baseball would doubt that Pedro Martinez is as nasty a pitcher as there is in the game.
Pedro has to be up on top of that list. I just never had the chance to face him.
It was just something I've never seen before. The changeup almost had like a hump in it. It would come in, almost felt like it was like a Bugs Bunny changeup.
They get geared up for the fastball, and I guess, you know, the contrast in velocity, I guess, get him fooled.
Pedro Martinez changeup was about as devastating a pitch as you're going to see.
99 All-Star game was unbelievable. Fenway Park, 1999. Ted Williams comes out before the game. Pedro Martinez starts that game. And I believe he punched out 5 of the first 6 guys. And they were the best hitters in baseball. And Pedro was just mowing through them.
And the Boston crowd celebrates one of their own.
Fenway Park almost came down. It was one of the coolest moments of my life. I'm in the dugout watching the game, and now all I can think to myself is, thank God I'm not a starter in this game, because nobody wants to face that.
The guy I think about is who I was the most uncomfortable in the box going against, and that's Dellin Betances.
Yeah, Betances got a nasty slider. I think that's why CY is saying that, because CY was probably the victim.
That's the pitch right there that I was worried about. It's extremely effective being able to go up and in. I know at this point 2-0, you can tell by my actions right here, I'm not even thinking about swinging the bat. You're talking about somebody 6'8", standing on top of a mound, so when you look out there, he looks like he's 7 feet tall, and you just didn't know, like, you have to pick your poison. Am I gonna try to stay in here on this fastball that's starting behind my head and hope that it breaks over the plate? I mean, these are great hitters, and he's absolutely making them look silly. That ball could have hit him right there on a full swing, and no other pitcher in the game, maybe, wow, makes great hitters look absolutely silly. Shout out to him, one of the best pitchers I've ever seen.
Later on in his career, after he harnessed his control issues, Randy Johnson, the big unit. If he was carving guys up in the first inning, if he struck 2 of the first 3 guys out, he was going to carve them up for the next several innings too. Not only was he 98 to 100, he had Mr. Snappy, which was that nasty slider, and it was unhittable.
He feels like he's standing on top of you. There's just no room to react.
It can be a bit intimidating.
Seeing guys swing at that pitch and have it hit him in the back foot.
A right-handed hitter swing and a miss, and the ball would hit him on the back foot.
Maybe hit you in the foot, even if you swing at it.
We were playing a game in Cincinnati, and I'm sitting in the dugout. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer, right? Swung at a slider, lefty to a righty, that went between his legs.
Did that hit him? Yes, it did. No, it didn't.
It didn't. Ouch.
He swung.
Left-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter that Barry Larkin swung at, tried to hit, and the ball went through his legs, and Damian Miller caught it between his legs. That's how nasty he was.
There've been a lot of tough ones, but Roy Halladay used to be an absolute magician on the mound.
You felt like you saw the ball, but for some reason when you went to make your swing, the ball was never where you thought it would be.
I called it like the spider, because it seemed like he would start his pitches right down the middle, and then it would just spread all over the strike zone, and just didn't know which way it was gonna go. I was early, then I was late, then I was taking pitches, and then next thing you know, the ball seems like it's gonna hit you, then ends up in the strike zone. Then you think you gotta stay back, and then you're late on the fastball. Then you think you gotta speed up on the fastball, then you're late on the off speed. When I started actually expecting and hunting that 2-seamer that started right at my ribs, that's the only time I actually had good ABs against Roy Halladay. All the other ones, absolute nightmares.
The nastiest pitcher I ever had the privilege of stepping in the batter's box was Kevin Brown.
He could go out there with one pitch.
Just a bowling ball sinker.
Oh, power sinker. A bowling ball.
97, 99, unbelievable tilt at the end with a nasty wipeout slider.
He threw every pitch with conviction. Or to start in Houston, he was sick, struck out 16 versus the big unit. I watched it so many times from the dugout as a young kid and enamored by what he was doing. I had a chance just to get in there and thought he was cheating. I said, this guy's got to be cheating. He can't make the ball do this. And if so, I need to talk to him and figure out what he's doing. But Kevin Brown was not a cheater. He threw every pitch with conviction. And it reminds me of Shohei Ohtani. The way, watch Shohei in today, and I think he is the best pitcher and the nastiest in the game today. He throws every pitch, so convicted of where and why and what he's throwing, a lot like Kevin Brown did.